Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing this Naga transmuter on an experimental branch, planning to get to an Ukayaw altar to try out that experimental god, give Lasty some feedback on how it plays. I feel so good that we're alive still. I feel like it's been a rough start. And we've had to be creative several times. And that's sort of like my favorite part of Crawl is the early game. I don't know. There are different kinds of fun in the early game and the late game. Right. Let's just stay out of this stupid altar vault, will you? Can this guy even get to us? I don't think he can. It's a different kind of fun, like in the early game where every move you're like, okay, good. So we can't. Good. Something you have to be careful all the time, or like you could just surprise, you're dead. But if you are careful, you can often arrange to not die. You have to think of creative solutions to problems and use your resources. And a lot of the late game is not necessarily. You can't necessarily describe it that way, right? You're just sort of holding down tab, and if you make a mistake, you drink heal wounds or read blinking or something. And as long as you don't make too many mistakes, you can just sort of get away with fairly careless play, which is fun too. So one of these days, I might try to do like a speed run, but I don't know. So when I described like how I love the early game and how careful you need to be with everything, and like how in the late game that's not necessarily the case. Some people have said to me, "Hey, that's what speedrunning is about, because you push yourself to go fast, so that and this has the effect that you don't ever get so disgustingly powerful." We are starting to run low on arrows, which worries me. We might be okay to just fight a phantom, though. I'm not sure. Anyway, we don't need to make a ton of snakes necessarily. I probably should, though. Where did he go? Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just playing whack-a-mole here with this stupid guy. I was saying something about, I don't know, speed running, I guess. He must be down here somewhere, right? Yes. Oh my god, all this blinking, it's the worst. I really hate that I have to eat this last bread ration. I'm starting to worry about food, which is not something that I ever do. All right, we got him. So they tell me, like, if you do speedrunning, then the whole game is kind of this, life on the edge that you normally have just in the early game. And so I might try it sometime, but I also like trying to play for, like, what I do now is I try to play for win rate, basically. I try to win every game I start. And a lot of that is just playing the early game carefully enough that you don't die in the early game, and then, like, you get to the late game and just don't be a total idiot. I mean, and, like, I don't mean to say that the late game is trivial and it's, like, you would only die if you're dumb. But compared to the early game, it is a lot easier. You know, if you look at where people die, like it's pretty obvious that the early game is the hardest. But if you look at like a graph of it, what is this all about? This is if I were playing in tiles, like the color of these walls would tell me something, right? Because they're clearly vault. I can't tell. Is this purple? I was thinking it looks like a Dithmenos altar I've seen, and the presence of something here that looks pretty purple makes me think, yeah, it's probably Dithmenos. He loves purple. So let's try spider form, I guess. Sure. All right, so we gained a ton of evasion, and we lost the. Oh no, I can still spit poison as a spider. What? I did not expect that. And we gained poisonous melee attacks as well. Yeah. Okay, nice. So that doesn't last very long. Yeah, it was Dithmenos. Okay. Spider form doesn't last very long, and it's not super reliable, but it's something we can use to dramatically increase our melee viability, I think. And it makes us faster, too, because you're not a Naga anymore. It used to make everybody faster. Like, spider move speed was it like Felid speed? Or it wasn't Centaur speed or Spriggan speed, but I'm not sure exactly what it was. It might have been Felid speed, just barely faster than normal. But it's not anymore. Oh, potion of poison. Yeah, let's drink it. They took that away because it was pretty tedious to, like, I don't actually know why, but I think they took it away because it's kind of tedious to kite stuff in spider form, basically. Can I, like, when do Nagas get the ability to constrict? I don't know. I thought it might be level 7, but apparently it's not, because I can't do it. Like, is spider form a good thing against a Crimson Imp? It seems like probably not. He throws it. Who the hell gave this guy tomahawks? Get out of here. Okay, nice. So we're starting to be able to do, like, that was some respectable damage. Crimson Imps don't have a ton of HP, but they do have a ton of evasion. And a ton of regen. And enough HP that, like, that matters. It's really hard to... It takes forever to knock him over. Ooh, jelly. Yuck. I'd rather just not fight him. I can't predict necessarily which way he's going to go. But I think since I didn't see him a minute ago when I was over here, he must be traveling kind of northeast-ish, which means that the way out is to go the other way. Let's just head down here. But let's be careful when turning the corner. Incredibly, he didn't see us. That's one thing that, like, all the mage backgrounds start with some stealth. And the non-mage backgrounds mostly don't start with much. Right? Like fighter, you don't get any stealth for fighter, I don't think. If you do, it's certainly not much. Well, let's put spider form on S. Yeah, look at that. We're killing stuff. This is amazing. Spiders who can spit poison. It's like a superhero show or something. I don't know. Seems cool. And our HP is starting to climb because we're training fighting, right? So I'm feeling a lot better about this character now than I was a few levels ago. We're not out of the woods yet by any means, but we're starting. Even I really. Oh yeah, I do. I was about to say I really wish I had some teleportation, but I have two. I have 2 teleportation. That's bountiful, plentiful. One of those. I'm not sure which. And we seem to do okay damage. Ooh, Book of Beasts. Well, oh. I was sort of thinking of like that book that has like Hydroform and Summon Hydra and Corpse Rot. What is that? Something about swamp. The Fenfolio. I was thinking this was a Fenfolio, but it's not. And it's not like we could use Summon Hydra for a long, long, long time. I might like to pick up some summons eventually, but I just don't have the experience to invest in it right now, so I won't. Where do we still need to go here? Up here would be nice, but there's this jelly. Yeah, he found me. 24 arrows. Oh, plus 16 arrows of flame. So we have 40 arrows. All right, so I can be pretty free with these things again. Do I want to be in spider form? I think just Beastly Appendage is better, probably. No. I have so much more evasion in spider form. Yeah, I gain 10 EV, and I'm not slow anymore either. Spider form gets a spellcasting penalty? Yes. But I'll make another snake. We just got to keep an eye, because things can go bad when you're fighting a jelly. Are they fast? They're not. They're not slow, so we won't be able to outrun them. You just got to keep an eye, like even just attacking something corrosive like this, you can take damage from attacking as opposed to from being attacked. So you got to keep an eye on that. But Naga has so much HP that it seems to be going okay. I mean, he's dead, right? But it went okay, past tense. All right, we found some food, so like I can stop worrying about that. I never should have worried, but like when you have 0 perma food, it's scary, man. I might want a buckler later, but right. Well, actually, it's only 2.4 skill, right? But like, I don't know. Am I doing my spellcasting while cause like a buckler on a transmuter, right? Transmuters have this strange relationship with armor where like mostly it doesn't matter what armor you're wearing. This was really bad, by the way. I was playing a little carelessly, and when I was standing here in the square northeast of me, all the stuff was in view, but I didn't really register it, and I just said move southwest when that was like clearly the wrong thing to do. Oh my god, and he has a friggin' halberd. Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, and there's other orcs between me and the warrior who has this halberd. This is a pretty bad fight to get into. I could use teleportation to try to get away, and that should succeed, I think. Do I have any tactical approaches to actually winning this fight instead of just getting out of it? So there's a wizard here, and the warrior down here. One thing I'm considering is like making a snake and then trying to walk northeast so that they don't have quite such a good, so that the warrior can't like keep hitting me basically. But I just don't. Ugh. The other thing, I could quaff a potion of brilliance, and I think I would get substantially more powerful snakes. And I could switch to spider form. But I think it's better to just get out of here. Yeah, let's read teleportation. Oh, that's interesting. So I have scrolls of teleportation. So if I say R, G, it's like, really, read? Because like I try not to waste these things and try not to use them accidentally. Oh my god. Ugh. I accidentally walked into this stupid orc wizard. So let's just walk. Oh no. This did not help at all. Well, that's not true. It helped a little. Now I wish I had that ambrosia back. Shoot. I can teleport again. Probably should. But it's my last teleport, which is bad. But, like, what am I going to do if I don't, right? Quaff Brilliance, Quaff Curing, make some spiders. What's this warrior wielding, actually? A long sword of protection. That's not as bad as a halberd. But I just don't have the HP to survive this fight, I don't think. I guess I've got positioning this time, right? I can spam a bunch of snakes before the scary guy gets to me. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And let's switch. No, let's make another snake. Ah! So they're only like, well, oh, he's constricted. Ha! I was gonna say there are only two options, and I was like, well, maybe walking away is a viable option. But given that he's constricted, I think the number one thing to do is just walk away from him. This guy is constricting him, this snake in the northeast, which is, I think, the best snake to be constricting him because the other monsters are going to take a while to get through it all. So we walk away. And we quaff curing. And we make more snakes. Now I think I need to switch to spider form. Ugh, I should have quaffed Brilliance. But there's just never a chance to, right? Like, I could try random quaffing or random reading of a scroll. But I don't really think that's better. Like, I'd love to hit Fear, right? Or Blinking. Or Heal Wounds. But I don't have any reason to believe that that would happen. And in spider form, I'll have a substantially better position as long as I don't fail to cast it, right? It worked. And he's constricted, and he didn't hit me, so I can step away now. The jackal should chase me. Yeah. And I don't think I want to be making any more snakes while I'm in the spider form. Unless I quaff Brilliance now, I guess. Yeah, so like, this Orc Warrior is still a problem, but I have a lot of evasion now, which means I stand a chance. What else can I do? Now I could, like, random quaff a potion. Right? Like, let's quaff this R, orange potions. Maybe it's heal wounds, right? Quaff R, please. It was might. Alright. I mean, that's good. I mean, if I hit this Orc Warrior, he is going to be in rough shape. But that might not be what happens. I could random read a scroll, but I don't think there's anything good it could be, right? I mean, it could be Blinking, right? It could be Fear. What are the other? Yeah, there's a lot of things it could be. Most of them are not that good. So if I can find a better use for my turn, then I'd rather not just random read this scroll. And I guess just casting sticks to snakes. Or recasting spider form. No, that's going to fail. Let's cast sticks to snakes again and hope to... No, we miscast. Alright, well, that's too bad. At least we tried to do something productive. Okay, so we bit him pretty hard because of might, and we poisoned him. So I'm going to step away and see how quickly he's taking poison damage. Yes, quickly enough that we didn't need to risk another turn of letting him hit us. Okay. Okay. That was exciting. Oh, I should have gotten to the stairs sooner. Because we really need to get out of here. Let's cast spider form. Just like to move faster, at least. Oh my god, please, all these... Alright, at least only 2 vanilla orcs are chasing us upstairs, which I think... Oh, nope, one of them is an orc priest, I'm dumb. Okay, good, good. So in spider form, we're actually quite strong, it seems like. Which is great to know. And I can't believe we're managing to get out of all these dang scrapes. Where's the last stairs up? Down here? Oh, I like these stairs. Let's use these stairs. I'm a little bit troubled by the very low duration of spider form right now. So what I'm going to do is turn off unarmed combat, since we seem to be doing enough damage when we do hit things. And instead, like, focus transmutations so that I can get spider form just a little bit better. What is this all about? There's something interesting in here. Sticks to snakes doesn't work on bolts, does it? No, it's arrows. It used to work on all kinds of stick-shaped things. Ooh. So the ogre and the scorpion are the main threats in here. The scorpion is poison vulnerable, so spit poison could work wonders on him. Good. That did work, and now there's a zombie in his way, so that's actually really great. And now spider form for the extra EV and the ability to run away if we want. Because this ogre could hit pretty hard, right? I mean, that's what ogres do. But alright. Switching to giant spider works pretty well. It lasts such a short time. Like, I really do need more spell power on it, is why I'm training it. We have good poison aptitude, don't we? Is it a good idea? I think it actually is a good idea to train poison magic a little bit just to get spider form more castable. Like, that's why they made it not more castable, but just like better in general. That's why they made it a 2-school spell, is because it's like strong and it should be kind of expensive for you to train. And you can also choose, like, are you in a hurry to train it? You know, if so, train some poison magic. If not, wow, I guess I might want this. Robe of Fire Resistance. My EV, I could have 12 or I could have 13. I think I'll take the Fire Resistance. I like dexterity, and I like the fact that it lets me hit guys more, but I'd rather, like, a swing from minus RF to plus RF is pretty big. The temple! You know, I keep meaning to... Let's put this on my to-do list as well. I'm pretty sure that X followed by, like, a glyph, in this case, like the downstairs glyph, used to move your cursor to that glyph. Now you have to go, like, capital X and then, like, point to the stairs. So let's just put that on my to-do list. To do... Did X used to work? There. My to-do list is getting long. I just like don't want to do any of it. 7 altars. All right. How do we do? How do we do? How do we do? Is he there? He's there. He's there. Yeah. An iron altar. No, that's Okawaru. But a hide covered altar to Ukayaw. Yeah. All right. I just saw a U and I got excited. But it's the U at the end of Okawaru. And then there's the one I actually wanted here. Yes, I do wish to. All right. Let's read this. Ukayaw the Reveler is a god of ecstatic dance. On the surface, interesting. Seems like you could copy edit that to be clear that they mean outside the dungeon, the surface world, as opposed to, and like they said, but in the dungeon, right? So it clarifies itself shortly, but it starts with, oh, on the surface, Ukayaw, and you're like, on the surface, he's a nice guy, but beneath, he's a cold-blooded killer, right? On the surface, Ukayaw starts like it's saying something about Ukayaw on his surface, as opposed to the surface world. So that's something we can maybe fix. Ukayaw appreciates many forms of worship, but in the dungeon, most worshippers stick to the dance of combat. Ukayaw appreciates the passion and rhythm of combat, rewarding followers for each strike they deliver and for the damage they deal their foes. The longer the dance continues, the greater powers Ukayaw offers. When the dance ends, Ukayaw quickly loses interest. So you have like 0 piety in between combats, and the longer a combat lasts, the more piety you get. And then you can use your piety to do some other things. And I don't know exactly what these things are. So let's... Yes, I do. Yes. Great. So we have 0 piety. Cool. So let's... I'm excited to see how this, like, works. Yeah, spider form about now seems right. I can stomp with the beat. Oh, poison. Wow. The poison damage I was doing to him raised my combo meter all the way up to 1 pip, huh? Okay, so what is that ability? Stomp. The Reveler stomps down in time with the rhythm of the dance, sending a shockwave through all adjacent creatures. Deals damage to creatures it passes through in proportion to the creature's max health and the Reveler's invocation skill. I love it. Piety extremely large for a first ability. It's great. Okay. All adjacent creatures. And it scales with invocations. Alright, good to know. Not going to use it against this Gnoll, who's about to be dead anyway. But there's this Gnoll Shaman here, who I anticipate being a real pain in the behind. But apparently, Poison Spit is like the Ukayaw secret tech. It just raises your... so should we... what other abilities are we going to get eventually? We'll get, like... you can pass through a line of dancers, but I don't know what that ability is called. /A... But I don't know what it's called, so I can't look it up. No. So Grand Finale, that's the last Ukayaw ability, apparently showed up when I did that. Okay. You can pass through a line. What if I said line? Line pass. Found it, guys! The Reveler passes through a contiguous line of dancers with superhuman speed, ending up in a new location and leaving the dance partners confused. The power of the confusion increases with invocations. Alright, so you can use this to sort of blink around from one side of a combat to the other, and also confuse guys, and it scales with invocations. Did that other one scale with invocations? Becomes easier to use as your invocation skill increases. Okay. So it sounds like invocations is something we're going to want. Let's start on that. And I guess, like, turn off poison magic. I kind of want all the other stuff, but I feel bad. I feel like I'm training too many things. The shaman has made me glow. All right. Let's see this. No, he has a club. Okay. I can pass through a line of other dancers. So if I wanted to, I could be up here, apparently. Let's see how that works. So line pass. I'm a little bit worried about trying to target it just to see how the targeting works when I don't actually want to use it. And I don't. I don't want to end up right here, let me tell you. I just want to kill this null shaman, basically. How many of these guys have... yeah, too many of them. So let's back up. Let's make sure we don't leave spider form. Actually, let's just back up a little bit more. Oh, let's try line pass. Oh, I see, that's cool. What a neat little targeter. I love it. So you can't target, can I target here? I don't know. I shouldn't be able to, but. So if I aim here, bloop. Huh! And that used up all my piety. But that was pretty sweet. Oh, bug, look, guys. It shows me, I forget if you guys can see when I highlight stuff. All right, you can. It shows me you can no longer pass through a line of other dancers, but it doesn't tell me you can no longer stomp in rhythm with the beat. So let's tell, I'll just put it on my to-do list. Fix messaging when you gain, lose 2 different god abilities in 1 turn. Oh, there's Prozac Elf asking some questions to the dev channel. I'm just going to tell them about the ghost I ran into. Okay, great. So these guys are all confused. Some of them are poisoned. Let's try to attack. Yeah, that guy's poisoned. Spit some more poison. Attack. Nice. I can stomp with the beat. This is fun. I mean, the gigantic confuse and damage. Did it damage them? I'm not sure, but it confused 4 monsters, which seems pretty good. And it was fun, right? So, I mean, that's an important part of the feedback. Not sure how it is power level wise yet. All right, so we're at one star piety, and it's going away pretty fast, I assume. Hello? I know something that he was thinking of balancing is like, how fast do you want piety to decay outside of combat? If you make it decay like extremely fast, then you basically can never carry piety over from one combat to another. And he kind of wants it to be like each battle is its own thing, but he also wants to encourage you to go find another battle. Ooh. Let's make a snake. Ow! Who? Okay, this guy. A wand of acid. Oh, God. Right, we gotta back off from that. And let's try spider form. I just gotta kill that orc or get away from him. Apparently he like doesn't know where I am. And the white is also like this guy. These guys are a problem. But they're not that bad. I could still use Stomp, but how loud is it? Does it say? Doesn't say. What about just like using a wand? I can't. I'm a spider, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try to get to where there are 2 monsters adjacent, I suppose, and then try this stomp business. Transformation has ended, but now I can try a stomp. So was this any good at all? No? It was terrible? What's it supposed to scale with? That's something really annoying, is I can't look up my abilities by hitting a question mark and then the ability, because the ability is gone, and I have to like look it up by name, and I have to remember the names. That sucks. I don't know exactly what you would do to fix that, but there's some feedback. It scales with invocations, so okay, great. I just don't have enough invocations for Stomp to be any good at all, I guess? Seems kind of lame. Let's get back to Spider. Well, let's make some snakes. So one thing is, Ukayaw doesn't really care about damage done by allies, only stuff that you do yourself, I believe. So sticks to snakes does not really synergize with him. How drained am I here? That's pretty bad. All right, I could try another stomp, I guess. Or I could try to build up to 2 pips of piety and do that confused thing again. That was pretty cool. Or I could notice that like I'm pretty close to being dead here and should maybe do something different from what I'm doing. That would be better. Do I teleport? I think I probably do. It's just like, how safe really is this floor? A lot of it is safe-ish. Yeah, I think I'll teleport. I guess I might as well stomp, like, while I'm here. Yeah, it still doesn't really do any damage. Not impressed with stomp so far. Oh my god, it's this stupid orc. Yeah, get killed. Wow. So there seems to be something about poison damage that it just adds a ton of piety for some reason. I'm not sure if that's intended or what. I know that's something he was dealing with, is like how exactly, because Ukayaw gives you piety based on like damage dealt rather than monsters killed. And so something he was working on is like, how do you count damage in a sensible way? So I think that's something he's aware of that's kind of weird, and I don't know if the way it's behaving now is the way he intends or if he wishes it were better somehow. But it seems like we get a ton of value out of poisoning monsters. Yeah, look at this. Like, I think we're getting damage every time the poison ticks, even if we don't hit him, right? In addition to the turn at the beginning when so like poison is double counting or something. I don't know. But it seems like poison's real good. Stupid white. We'll just make enough snakes. I think we can handle this stuff. I just need... That's interesting. It's using my arrows of flame before my ordinary arrows, because I have fewer of them, and it can empty a stack sooner. I guess that's fair. Someone that's using sticks to snakes probably doesn't need the sticks for anything else. Alright, spider form, so we can fight everything as well. Halberd is nasty business. Oh, let's spit on him first. Should have done that before I closed in. Wow, all those snakes are dead now, which is a problem. And so I'm thinking about god abilities right now, right? We could stomp. But we've sort of established the stomp is garbage at 0 invocations. Maybe it's good at more invocations. I don't know. We could try to arrange to confuse several of these guys. We don't even have the piety to do that yet. So I think we just keep hammering on this Orc Warrior so that we don't have any... Oh my god, I'm getting drained. That's really bad drain, actually. Holy smokes. Let's try Stomp and, like, hopefully something good happens. No, not at all. Stomp is terrible, Lasty. This draining is horrible. It's really bad. Spider form is at 47% now. All right. Well, the orc is dead, but now I've got these whites draining the hell out of me, and no real way to deal with that. I'm probably gonna die. I don't know what else I can do. I have a Wand of Acid. Okay, that should help. Yeah. Okay. That's a start. So there's at least 3 whites in the area, though. That's like 3 more than I would like to deal with. Oh gosh, and I'm slow. I forgot. I can't even run from them, really. Spells? One last spider form? That worked. Okay, now I can't use my Wand of Acid, though. Whoops. Quaffing Might. Yeah. Okay, good. 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 Okay, holy hell. I hate that I had to use my only potion of might there, but I think I clearly did have to, so it's not like I played it wrong. If I used it earlier, it wouldn't have been such a big problem. And I'm still quite drained. I've got some cleanup to do to like stay alive. Like that combat, I still might have died there. That is to say, it might be the case that combat killed me. I can't tell now. Why did I feel like I got that piety. Oh no, I just lost that piety. Okay. Sure, that makes sense. I thought it was telling me I just gained some piety. And I was like, I don't think that's true. Okay, let's get into spider form. Because Sky Beast, you can poison them pretty well. Good. Okay. This is rough going, and I'm not sure I'm making very good use of my god powers. Hello, Blizzard Demon. I don't have any identify, right? No, but I do have a bunch of scrolls I should try. Oh, it's magic mapping. Okay. We'll just try a bunch of scrolls. Amnesia, no thanks. I don't know. Vulnerability, fine, whatever. I'm tired of reading scrolls. I guess we're not quite to lair. The next floor could contain lair, or lair starts on dungeon 8, I guess. Yeah, I forget it. Anyway, so we'll end this video here and carry on. Hey, 5. Anyway, and carry on in the next one, exploring Ukayaw and seeing if we can get to understand some of this stuff better. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.